Italian food is the most popular cuisine in Britain. And there is one woman who's been at the heart of this.
Hello, love.
Oh, my gorgeous.
An unsung culinary hero who's changed the way we all eat. And yet too few of us know her name. Now 91, she's the Italian food writer, Anna del Conte.
Anna del Conte was a pioneer of Italian food here in Britain.
When she started to write Italian cookbooks, we were ready for them.
When I was writing my first book, I think Anna was probably the leading influence. Ever since she arrived in the culinary wasteland of post-war Britain,
Pour in some of your lovely sauce.
Anna's waged a quiet war of words to open our hearts to the joy of eating all'italiana.
And there it is.
Along the way, she's inspired a battalion of chefs and writers who've been eager to spread the word on TV.
And if I ever want a reference, I'll probably go to Anna del Conte. She's got it, she's nailed it.
But if our faces have become familiar, our guiding light has remained quietly in the shadows.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you very, very much.
I have to say, next to my mother, there's no one who has influenced me more.
Don't make me cry, please.
To get a flavour of how she inspired us, we'll be cooking 3 of Anna's classic recipes.
That's enough.
A quick and easy pesto with a special twist, an authentic ragu alla bolognese,
It's all a question of nurturing.
and a very festive tiramisu.
It's perfect.
This is Anna's story. The godmother of Italian food in Britain. The cook who changed our lives. Today, Anna del Conte lives in Dorset, next door to her daughter and 4 grandchildren. At the age of 91, she's published 15 defining books on Italian food.
For me, food is my country, very strongly. And I wanted to talk about my country, Italy, to my new country, England.
And she's still writing and cooking for the whole family.
Now let it cook gently, let it absorb, you see.
Anna's recipes are infused with a knowledge of and a passion for the ingredients.
This is arborio.
Built up over 80 years in the kitchen.
Now, risotto is a dish of the north, like pasta is a dish of the south, simply because rice grows there.
Today, Anna and her granddaughter Coco are cooking risotto al limone.
Now go on, stir. You got to stir it because you don't want it to stick to the bottom.
Yeah.
This recipe combines lemon juice, herbs, egg yolks, cream and parmesan.
Like that.
It's the perfect example of Anna's quintessential Italian style. A few simple ingredients, perfectly balanced.
Put it there.
When I read Anna's books or when I look through the recipe, it reminds me a lot of my grandmother cooking. Very essential, very straightforward.
It's Anna's unique family quality that has encouraged us Brits not just to eat Italian, but to cook it at home.
The great thing about Anna's books are they are authentic, but they are written for an English audience. She doesn't assume that you're going to know what she's talking about.
And it's her unchefy approach to Italian food that has been so inspiring. When I was writing my first book, I think Anna was probably the leading influence. I was so relieved to see a book of recipes written by a home cook for home cooks. I knew that I could read that and it would be doable.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
I first met Anna more than 20 years ago. But this is where we're meeting today, Bar Italia in Soho.
Hello, buongiorno, come sta?
One of Anna's favourite places in London.
Ma piccola, non grande.
We're grabbing a quick drink before we go shopping for our lunch.
Sediamo, dai. Grazie mille.
Anna used to come to Bar Italia for a real espresso when she first came to England in 1949. It was a refreshing break from British food.
Were you completely shocked by the food?
Oh, God, yes, I'm sorry.
No.
I found it was the smell. The thing that really
Yeah.
put me off. because the smell of fried fat.
There still must have been rationing.
Oh, yes. Certainly the butter and the meat went on till 1954.
When Anna first arrived, she found Britain was a culinary wasteland. The war had shrunk the British larder. We ate bread and dripping, but meat only if we were lucky.
Rationing was worse after the war than during the war. Spam fritters and snook and eggs, omelettes made with dried egg would have been the norm.
Toast and dried egg breakfasts aren't much to shout about, but now even they're going. Honestly, I'm beginning to dread each new day.
There were some signs of improvement.
A transatlantic phenomenon has at last made its mark in British shops, the self-service store.
Its advocates believe that when the customers see more, they'll want more.
But with rationing still casting its shadow, more wasn't really an option.
There was no choice, you know, you ate what was put in front of you.
Standby of the British diet is the meat pie, but it is just these foods which are most likely to harbour bacterial infections and poisons.
And lunch was often just a stale and sorry sandwich.
Was it a bit of a culture shock?
I don't think I felt very attuned for a long time.
Yes.
It's no surprise Anna wasn't feeling quite at home. After all, she'd arrived in a world where Mediterranean flavours were unknown.
If you said the word garlic, people held their noses. Garlic, they said. And they thought olive oil was something you put in your ear. If you had earache, you put olive oil in it. You got it from the chemist. That was the only olive oil you could get from the chemist.
And when it came to pasta, a BBC spoof had us all fooled.
The last 2 weeks of March are an anxious time for the spaghetti farmer. There's always the chance of a late frost, which, while not entirely ruining the crop, generally impairs the flavour.
But in fact, even in the 1950s, there was a little piece of Italy in Soho. So, every week, Anna would make a pilgrimage for olive oil and cheese, pasta and salami. Her destination was Lina Stores, a culinary oasis of wonderful Italian ingredients, still there more than 60 years on.
Here we are now.
Here we are.
The way that we hugged to try
Let's go in.
Taking the sleigh ride
Now, let me get my
Let me get a basket. Oh.
On Anna's list are the ingredients for a gorgeous lunch we're going to cook together. On the menu are 3 British favourites, dishes we all love, but we often get wrong or simply buy ready-made. We've got some serious shopping to do.
Oh, no, I've got a huge bit, sorry.
Buongiorno. C'ha del pecorino romano maturo?
Sì.
Da grattare.
Va bene.
For the antipasti, we're making a very special pesto. Anna's hunting for the perfect piece of cheese.
You taste it.
I will, with pleasure.
As any Italian will tell you, small variations in flavour can make or break a dish.
No, it's very salty. I love it that it somehow tastes lemony and salty. Yeah, it's very good.
Oil.
Oil, oil, oil.
Finding olive oil in an Italian deli is easy. The trick is to buy the right one. For a pesto, a light Ligurian oil is perfect, though it appears they've got everything but.
Olio toscano, olio abruzzese, olio pugliese, olio delle Marche. Probably Marche.
È più vicino.
Exactly.
So that's similar to the Ligurian one. So I presume you want a light one so it doesn't overwhelm the pesto.
For the pesto, yeah. Shall we do the salumi?
Do.
No antipasti would be complete without some beautiful cured meat.
C'è il felino.
Col felino, esatto.
Ah, beh.
Anna chooses a felino salami from the north of Italy.
Prendilo. Sì, va bene. Very good. Not very
Yes.
with chili. It's just pig. Beautiful, lovely pig.
And some luscious lardo, or back fat. It's delicious on warm toast. Now we just need some pancetta for the ragu and mascarpone for the tiramisu. Oh, and the olives.
Are huge.
After you.
Bye, grazie
Ciao,
mille.
grazie.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Being with Anna's a reminder that at the heart of real Italian cooking is good shopping and an encyclopedic knowledge of ingredients. And that know-how certainly shines through in our first recipe.
We are going to have lunch, and I'm going to cook for you.
I'm honoured.
And first, we are having pesto. I'm making pesto with the antipasti. This is the basil. Quite good, actually. It is quite nice and smelly. So I think what we do, shall we do it in this one?
Are you ever going to be allowed back in Italy?
Yes. Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
In Italy, pesto is traditionally made in a pestle and mortar.
That's enough.
But Anna's as pragmatic as she is passionate.
Do we have the pine nut?
Yep. And using a processor, it's surprisingly easy to make pesto at home.
It really smells fantastic.
You think a little more.
Always.
Always.
Next is the vital ingredient for a good pesto.
It's very mild. And for
You taught
pesto,
me that about 20 years ago, and everything you tell me, I remember.
turn it on and I pour.
If the oil's too strong, it'll overpower the essential flavour of the basil.
Pesto here is so popular.
I know, because when you think what a teeny part of Italy it comes from.
Now, pecorino and parmigiano.
The flavour of the two cheeses gives the pesto silky depth.
Can you manage? I didn't mean to be rude. I meant to be kind.
You are
to us.
kind.
It's quite extraordinary.
Yes.
We in Italy
Yeah.
mainly use pesto only on pasta.
Yes.
That's it.
And here we use it on everything.
Yeah, on everything.
Well, I have to say, in my experience of feeding children, if you put pesto in something, they'll eat it, whatever it is.
That's lovely to have you around. Come again.
I'll stay forever. For a classic pesto, you can stop here. But Anna's transforming hers with another gorgeous Italian ingredient.
What is the ricotta, love?
It's in the fridge. Sorry.
What are you doing eating my cheese? I'm clearing because I can't bear to have things around that I don't use anymore.
Okay. Here's your ricotta, I'll get rid of this.
Now, what we do, we put it in.
Anna's twist turns the pesto into an incredibly Moorish dip.
Oh, add.
Perfect for parties.
Go on, add.
Add.
But not so much more. Hold on.
Be nice on pasta even like this, because in a way, when you stuff pasta, you use ricotta.
Yes.
I'd have to steal this from
Now,
you.
can we taste it?
Lovely. Now, time to assemble our antipasti misti.
And the felino.
Felino.
And here we got some wonderful culatello.
Antipasto means before the meal, and misto, mixed. It's a careful curation of flavours, a lesson in the essence of Italian food. We've got the obligatory bread and some choice pieces to dip into the ricotta pesto.
And this is a lovely spray.
The perfect accompaniment is Anna's trademark cocktail of Prosecco and Campari.
That's lovely. Ching ching. Lovely. Now.
I'm going to have some of this.
I love it.
You don't need to have such big array anyway, do you?
Oh, no. This is more what you might have in a restaurant. Or what
We're
you
managing quite well, just the two of us. The secret to good antipasti is simplicity. Beautiful, fresh ingredients, lovingly prepared. It's the key to Italian cooking, and it's a lesson Anna learned as a child in her hometown of Milan. It was here that Anna's fierce culinary intelligence took root. She's brought her granddaughter Coco to the house where she was first inspired to cook.
And that is the flat where we were.
The top one?
Yes. And this was the kitchen. On the second
there.
floor. Maria's kingdom, our cook.
Yeah.
I spent hours in the kitchen with her. coming home from school, he used to run into the kitchen and say, Maria, cosa c'è stasera da mangiare? What are we cooking? And she used to make them as fabulous gnocchi di patate, flick, and polpette in season with a little truffle inside. Heaven. She was a very, very good cook. She inspired me a lot.
Maria's truffle-laced meatballs showed Anna how to use one very special ingredient to make a dish really sing. And Anna's mother, Ernesta, knew just where to buy the very best. At Milan's smartest deli, the shelves are lined with lavish treats. But Anna's making a beeline for truffles.
The tartufi are wonderful. These remind me so much of my mother. We used to buy a small one, and I used to go back all the way to where we lived, like that. Smelling with the truffle in my hand.
What do the good ones smell of, Nonna?
Some people say they smell of armpit, parmesan, parmesan and garlic.
Okay.
The luxurious flavors of Milan kindled Anna's love affair with food. But when the Second World War broke out, bombing raids and food shortages forced the Del Contes to leave the city, taking refuge with friends in Emilia-Romagna. Anna arrived in a land of plenty. In this rich farmland, she discovered the beauty of fresh, seasonal ingredients. Here, her mother knew the family would never go hungry.
I think probably she had the inkling that we would never be starved, and we never starved. I never ate so well in my life like here.
Anna's returning to the farm where she learnt some of the most important culinary lessons of her life.
There it is, yes. This is what I said, yeah, that I'm sure.
Lessons that shaped her cooking and ours. Back then, a family friend took them in, and it's his great-granddaughters who are meeting Anna today.
Ben arrivata.
E tu chi sei?
Costanza, piacere.
Ciao, Costanza. Bring back a lot of memories. Let me see.
It's more than 70 years since Anna stepped through these doors.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, yes, that's the same. When they took us in, they gave us this room,
Okay.
which was my parents' room, and here was our little sitting room.
Ah, okay.
Anna's room was on the first floor.
Oh, gosh, yes. Isn't it beautiful? Now, these are all vineyards, are still vineyards, I presume.
Yes, they are all vineyard.
Peaches?
Apricot, peaches.
Apricot, that's right. There were a
peaches,
lot.
and some apples, but just a few.
The ingredients were incredibly good. They were all come from here. They were all local. The chicken was here, the eggs were here, the milk was there, the butter was there, the wine was there. So I learned here what materie prime, the good ingredients are. And that gave a tremendous impression on my palate, I think, my food culture. And I will never forget that.
Anna ate some of the best meals of her life at the farmhouse, but the cooking had a very different flavour to the sophisticated meals she'd enjoyed in Milan.
The pig, which was slaughtered once a year, it was a real feast because you ate everything. Pigs is like the music of Verdi. There is nothing to throw away, and everything is there, from the ear to the tail. And they made the salumi, and they made the prosciutti, and they were slightly more salty than the one of Parma, but they were quite delicious.
At the farm, Anna learnt that with a little creativity and loving attention, even the most basic ingredients could be turned into something sumptuous. It's the secret to cucina povera, or peasant cooking, the heart and soul of Italian food. And it's a lesson she'd take with her when she left Italy for England in 1949. When she came to London to work as an au pair, cooking Italian was the one way Anna could connect to her country.
There were two things that I missed terribly when I came here. One was the light, nothing I could do about light. And the other thing was food I missed. But I could try to do something about food, and I did.
After meeting her husband Oliver, Anna started a family, and she was soon serving up soulful Italian food. 60 years on, and she's still at it. Today, Anna's making a classic Tuscan bruschetta with cocoa.
First the skin, then you cut it in half. I always take the germ of the garlic out. You see, that's the germ. The garlic is much sweeter if you remove that. Then brush, rub.
Okay.
Squeezing it so that the juice come out.
Okay.
With any luck. Then we go like that. You do the garlic and I do the tomato. Now, bruschetta is an example of Italian simplicity.
What's the most important thing for a bruschetta, do you think?
It's good bread. The bread which should be, I think, a ciabatta type of bread.
Yeah.
Good tomato, excellent olive oil. Bruschetta can take it rather nice, strong oil. There's our lovely leaves. Now, and there it is.
These days, we take good Italian ingredients for granted. But when Anna was raising her family, it was a different story.
There was no mozzarella, for instance, no mascarpone, no ricotta. Peppers were unknown, courgette practically unknown. There were marrow, but frankly, not very good to eat. There was no squash, very boring.
And if the family wanted to eat out, restaurants were a rather stuffy affair.
English restaurants were right at the beginning of the 60s. Had white tablecloths, an incredibly snotty head waiter who would look down his nose at you if you ordered the house wine. And it was all holy hush. You know, you were in the presence of gastronomy, so you had to be very quiet. And the food wasn't very good.
But in the 60s, the pendulum started to swing. The British were slowly developing an appetite for more sun-kissed flavors.
More and more people were able to travel to the Mediterranean. You know, it's that whole thing about sun and olive oil and garlic and tomatoes that actually tasted like tomatoes. It meant that when they came back home, they wanted something different.
This isn't Rome. It's a London restaurant, which hasn't been slow to cater for the Italian craze. How would you like to be waited on by a Vestal Virgin?
Offering flamboyant spectacle, the new Italian trattorias made an exciting change.
I think they really turned the page and really put the fun into having dinner.
Italian restaurants, they were like really cool and trendy.
It would be noisy, there'd be lots of Italians yelling, and they enjoyed serving, and their whole attitude towards food was so different.
With affordable prices and unchallenging menus, they opened up restaurants to the people.
Well, sometimes I have a spaghetti, which I like very much. I mean, I'm just the common chap, like, you know, which likes his pint and all that.
But in their efforts to pull in the punters, the food on offer wasn't always authentic.
They were doing recipes able to attract British. So rightly, Anna del Conte said it was Britannian food.
They did have a few uniquely British dishes, the most famous of which I suppose was called pollo sorpresa, which was the Italian version of chicken Kiev. And it was always served with a great deal of ceremony, you know. You had to cut it open in a very particular way so that there wasn't this sort of Vesuvius-like eruption of garlic butter all over the place.
I thought it was crazy. I thought that's got nothing to do with Italy.
Whatever their shortcomings, Italian restaurants had awakened a love for pizza and pasta. What we in Britain weren't yet doing was cooking Italian food at home. For that, it would need guidance.
I thought pasta was an unknown ingredient, and I wanted the English to know more about it, to know how to cook the right sort of pasta. Partly was my feeling that the cooking of my country, Italy, should be better known. It was an hymn to my country.
That hymn to her homeland kick-started Anna's career.
Anna del Conte was a pioneer of Italian food here in Britain. She touch the pulse of the British and said, yeah, something has to be done.
There is this sense of the personal connection. It's her experience, it's her life, you know, in a series of dishes. You know, she's your friend in the kitchen. There she is at your elbow telling you what to do. It's a marvellous sensation.
I think Anna just hit the right moment, didn't she? I mean, when she started to write Italian cookbooks, we were ready for them.
Anna's first book introduced us to the extraordinary variety of Italian pasta and how to cook it all. And in the 70s, Delia took up the baton.
Hello and welcome again. This week's programme is all about how to cook pasta, which does come in a great big array of sizes and assortments. These are egg noodles, sometimes called tagliatelle, and that's called lasagna, and that makes a really delicious dish, one of my very favourites.
Golden brown, texture like sun.
Delia showed the way, but when Britain began attempting bolognese, the results were often shockingly inauthentic.
Burn an onion, abuse a bit of nasty, grey, gristly mince, chuck a bit of ketchup in. It was pretty filthy. And that parmesan we used to get, that was very much... It smelled of puke.
Thankfully, Anna's book showed us how to cook ragu alla bolognese the proper Italian way. And that's exactly what we're cooking for lunch.
We are going to do a ragu for lunch, aren't we?
I love that.
And we are going to have it with tagliatelle, not with spaghetti.
I know. Not spag bol
Not
for
spag
you.
bol. Anyhow, can we start with the pancetta, please?
Certainly can. You got the non-smoked one.
Absolutely, because
Okay.
we don't have a lot of smoke. Food in Italy is not very, I'm sure you know, not smoked such a lot. There is masses of ragu. I mean, there are many ragu as they are cooked. The one we are making today is the classic one, so to speak. The real, proper, the true ragu. Now, the oil, where is the oil?
People in this country always think extra virgin olive oil always is better, but you don't cook with it.
No. Got this very strong, I mean, deliciously, but rather peppery flavour, which wouldn't go with that.
Anna starts by heating olive oil and butter.
You want the garlic? I can remember what you
Absolutely.
said to me a long time ago, which is that you just peel the garlic and when
in
it's
and take it
golden,
out.
you take it out again, so it's just got like the breath of the taste.
Very seldom in Italy, I'm sure you noticed, there is onion and garlic.
No,
in
I
the
hadn't.
old-fashioned, they would never put the two together. My mother never put garlic and oil because one seemed not to kill, but interfere with the flavour of the other.
After removing the garlic, Anna adds the pancetta.
I love that smell.
Oh, it does smell.
So you've got 3 different fats going on.
3 different fats going on, yes. Do you not approve?
I approve wholeheartedly.
Can you please chop a little bit?
No,
Start.
you can do some work for change.
Good. Momento. Prima la cipolla,
Oh my God, how old is that?
My great-grandmother. And she died in 1936. We lost the house, we lost everything during the war. Not this one.
Yeah, she kept hold of that.
It followed my mother everywhere.
Once the onion is chopped, we add it to the pan with a pinch of salt to stop the onions burning.
Now, this is a soffritto, starting.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put carrots and celery. The soffritto is just giving the dish the basic.
The foundation.
It's the base of a lot of Italian dishes. There.
Thank you.
After the soffritto has softened, we add the meat.
This is beef. It should be lean, not should be too fat. We got enough fat there.
Yes.
It's
just beef.
It's only beef. And this is the closet. I want it to be the real, original thing, etc., you know.
I do. Okay, do you want to swap?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't burn yourself because it's quite a small fork. It's very good though, this, isn't it? It's not too finely minced. It's not like those little worms.
It shouldn't be again. You should feel the grain in your mouth. They should get just slightly crusty.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's become a stew instead
Yes,
of...
it braises then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Crumbly.
the tomato puree. Go
Tell
on.
me when to stop.
Let in. No, I don't want you to stop. We certainly need all that.
Yeah.
And in a classic ragu, that's where the tomato ends.
Some people put pelati, peeled tomatoes.
This is a meat sauce, not a tomato and meat sauce.
This is the meat sauce. Fundamentally, you're right. That's correct. It is not a tomato sauce. It's a meat sauce.
Next, we add a touch of grated nutmeg.
That's it. Thank you.
Some red wine.
That's lovely. And then we put the wine. Barbera, darling. How lovely. That's it.
And a glug of stock.
Did we put salt? No.
Only on the onions, not much.
I put a little more.
The final crucial ingredient is milk, often neglected in a British bolognese.
Now we put the milk in. The milk softens it. Milk is a gentle flavour. It's all a question of nurturing your dish, and ragu needs nurturing. And then we put the bay leaves. I think 2. What do you think?
Yeah, I think 2 is absolutely fine.
And then we taste it.
Oh, very, very rich. I love that.
Good.
Really rich.
You cooked for a long time. It won't be good yet.
No, but it's fantastic.
I think minimum is 2 hours, but frankly, the more longer it is, one used to cook it for 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. That's all right.
It's more than all right, darling.
For most of us in the 70s, Italian food was something you could enjoy only in restaurants. For many who ate pasta at home, chances were it came out of a tin.
Well, I sort of belong to a generation where, in fact, it was tin spaghetti and spaghetti hoops. Remember spaghetti hoops?
Most people's idea in the 70s of Italian cooking would probably be tinned ravioli. And it was in a sort of weak tomato sauce and slimy, overcooked ravioli, which slopped out. It was horrible.
I mean, how much more Britallian can you get? Tinned ravioli on toast. It's great.
Of course, Anna's authentic version might take a little more time, but the difference is more than worth it.
It's been cooking for about 2.5 hours, hasn't it?
And with the ragu nearly ready, it's time to cook the pasta.
Yes.
Oh, does that make you happy?
Beautiful.
And so what did I learn from you that I quote all the time? The water you cook pasta in must be as salty as the Mediterranean.
Yes, not the Atlantic.
No, no, no.
It's about 15 ml, which is 1 good tablespoonful, for 1 litre of water.
Oh, right.
And we do with the tagliatelle. Ragu is never done with spaghetti.
I suppose
because
if you did it with this, it would be too heavy for it.
it just slid through, it's not
Yes.
right. Put them all in, don't you think so?
Of course.
Bring it back as quickly as possible to the boil.
Yeah.
And then you give it a good stir.
Yes.
And you boil it without the lid.
It's boiling.
You need a roaring boil.
A roaring boil. Fantastic.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
The pasta has to be cooked al dente, still with a bit of a bite. Finally, Anna dresses the pasta with sauce. It's a delicate art we all too often get wrong over here.
We can dress a little
just
bit.
A bit. So you don't want too much, do you? Otherwise you're turning into us.
Ah, otherwise become a Britallian dish and not an
Yes.
Italian dish. The proportion of sauce to pasta should be 2 tablespoonfuls of sauce per portion of pasta. How much do you want?
Let's carry on. We're sharing it now.
No, that's for you alone, darling.
Okay.
Again, don't overdo it with the parmesan because it's quite a strong thing. It should be grated and not shaved. I haven't got a fork. Here it is. Oh, I'm hungry, are you?
Very, actually. I've got too much. I'm not... Obviously, I wasn't born to twirl like you.
Good.
It's very good.
Thank you. Lovely. It's a lovely Barbera that I put in there.
Well, that's the rule, isn't it? Don't use anything in cooking you wouldn't drink. Grazie.
A te.
Anna's first book was a success, but she couldn't change our lives overnight. And with the 80s in full flow, it wasn't looking good for Italian food in Britain. Microwaves were in and people just couldn't get enough of them.
It'll be 2 minutes, okay?
So although lasagna may have been on the menu, Mama certainly hadn't made it. And of course, pizza came in a box.
People were in love with convenience food.
My sister and I were obsessed with all the really rubbish crap foods. My mum wouldn't let us have them, you know, like lasagna, microwave lasagna, all these things that... And we weren't exactly sort of, you know, it wasn't poor us. But yes, we wanted to get deep into this white heat of food technology.
Cheers. Cheers. And some of our much-loved Italian restaurants have become a bit of a joke.
Pasta.
Thank you.
Bit of fattening, eh? Something to grab hold of. Nice one.
They're all like that in here, jamming their groins into your tortellini.
The big comedy pepper grinder.
Pepper, ladies?
Yeah.
Make you nice and hot. Nice big one, eh?
Trattorias in Britain were a poor imitation of the original. We still hadn't cracked the art of cooking real Italian food.
Good ingredients and the base of the Italian cooking. They got to be pure and simple. All the other ingredients that goes in are simply to emphasize the flavor of the main ingredient, not to distract from it.
It's a mantra Anna picked up in her early years in Italy. And it's the inspiration behind the food at the Mandarin, a rustic trattoria near the farm where she stayed during the war.
Now we're going to have some of the best food in Italy.
The restaurant is buzzing with regulars, workmen who flock there for an authentic hearty lunch. Here, the food's inspired by cucina povera, which elevates the humblest ingredients by cooking them with loving respect. Anna's keen to compare recipes, so she's joining Signora Gigliola in the kitchen.
What are we doing?
Cosa facciamo? Zucca o verdi?
Oh, zucca, pumpkin.
Oh, zucca.
Her signature dish is homemade tortelli, fresh egg pasta filled with whatever's in season.
Allora.
Ma cosa c'è qua dentro? What is inside
Zucca, amaretti.
Pumpkin, amaretti.
Parmigiano reggiano.
Yes, amaretti.
Sì.
I'm fascinating. The biscuit. I biscotti.
Biscotti, sì. Quegli amaretti rotondi dopo.
Sì.
The pumpkin filling is carefully wrapped in her homemade pasta.
Questa sfoglia è solamente egg, uova
e farina. Un etto di farina, un etto e mezzo, un uovo. Tutto uovo, tutto.
Like I do, identical, because now the fashion to put only the yolk, non col uovo. Col bianco, non funziona.
No, non funziona.
Doesn't work. Won't do it.
The final touch is to cut the pasta into parcels, a process Anna fell in love with as a child.
I loved di tagliare. I loved it. Come da bambina.
Sì.
Mi piaceva tanto tagliare con la rotellina. Bella questa rotellina, very beautiful. These are the pumpkins one, quelli di zucca.
Zucca. Voglio le tagliatelle, non ce ne ho.
With the lunchtime rush on, Anna's getting involved.
No, I got to work. I can't just talk.
Along with tortelli dressed with sage butter, they're dishing up a rich ragu alla bolognese.
Va bene?
And roast quails wrapped in prosciutto.
Oh.
Not bad for an everyday lunch.
Prosciutto is much nicer than bacon.
But Italians do care deeply about their food. And here, everyone eats well.
That's the asparagus one. Grazie mille, adesso vado a mangiare.
Vai a
I'm
mangiare?
going to eat. E mica mangio qui.
Dopo sentiamo il voto.
That's right.
In Italian trattorias, all ingredients are worshipped. Cooks here know a modest pumpkin can be as delicious as the regal truffle if cooked the right way. The trick is to let each flavour shine. It's a philosophy Anna was determined to pass on to us in Britain.
Molto buono.
Really like it.
And in 1984, she did just that. Anna's third book, The Gastronomy of Italy, was a lovingly researched encyclopedia of Italian cuisine. As well as introducing us to a comprehensive array of Italian ingredients, Anna gave us easy-to-follow recipes that we could cook at home.
The gastronomy of Italy is an absolute monument of food writing. To me, it's one of the half-dozen indispensable books on food.
It's about simplicity, authenticity and integrity.
All that knowledge, all that learning, all that elegance is all in her work. It's there, and that's why she's such a good writer.
For Giorgio Locatelli, Anna's recipes were a godsend.
Marcia, una turnale, una burrata e una bresaola.
He'd spent 8 years cooking French haute cuisine when a friend asked him to be the chef at a new Italian restaurant.
Off the board to share as well. Yes. I had a few ideas, but, you know, in 1 week I was already running short of that kind of thing. And so I ran down to Books for Cooks down in Notting Hill, and I saw Anna del Conte, and I bought the Gastronomy of Italy.
As prescribed reading for the kitchen staff in Giorgio's restaurant, Anna's book still influences his modern Italian style, and they're still firm friends today.
Anna, how are you?
Very well.
He's invited Anna to his restaurant for a little thank you lunch.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Buongiorno. Giorgio, what are we doing then?
I think we're going to do a fish soup inspired by your book. The boys always reading your book. It's one of our favorite.
Oh, well, I'm
things.
delighted. If you use it, it means that it's good.
Anna's Brodetto Abruzzese is a simple and hearty fish stew. But as a Michelin-starred chef, Giorgio's adding a few celebratory flourishes of his own. Sicilian prawns, razor clams from Wales, some beautiful place.
Oh, look at that. Go.
I'm going to put a little bit of this as well in it. I'm going to fillet it out.
That's so lovely. Oh, it's a very big place.
Very big, yeah.
You obviously love fish. You handle it as if you love it. Oh, good. Look at that.
To be Italian is to love food. There's a fierce national pride in the cuisine, to the exclusion of all others.
When my dad came here, as you know, never could take him to a Chinese restaurant. I'm not coming to a Chinese restaurant. I want to eat a plate of pasta. I don't go to restaurants where they don't give you bread.
Absolutely. I have an Italian friend that walked out because he couldn't have a plate.
But when it comes to food, we in the UK are a rather more accommodating tribe.
I found that the British have got a much more wider palate than the Italians. In a way.
Yes, yes. The English are able. It's the only cuisine that has been influenced so strongly.
Yeah, let's cook this brodetti. Okay, here.
Giorgio begins by adding the shellfish to a pan sizzling with olive oil, garlic and chilli. Then he adds some lovely chunks of sea bream and red mullet.
A little bit of white wine.
Sometimes people put too much wine.
No, I want to
look at it.
Yeah.
The little one you put.
No,
a little
just
more.
tiny. And
Yes,
I really
it's
want
just-
you also to I'll let it really almost all evaporate.
Once it's cooked, Giorgio puts the shellfish aside to add at the end.
These are open, these are all right. And then, all right.
This one, put it on top and it stay there.
He intensifies the flavour with some rich tomato sauce and a glug of fragrant fish stock. Each piece of fish is added at just the right time to ensure every element is cooked perfectly.
Oh, I'm looking forward very much. Look at it. I think it's ready, don't you?
It's delicious.
Perfect. Perfect.
Not only I'm excited that I cook a nice fish soup, but I also cook it with you, so I'm double excited.
Giorgio finishes his beautiful brodetto with a round of toast rubbed with garlic and doused in oil.
Now, Giorgio, you said that I've inspired you a lot, but this is much better than any I've done.
For a Michelin-starred chef, the instinct is to experiment. But Anna's unpretentious style is a reminder not to overdo things.
This is what is very important for a chef, because we tend to really overwork. And overworking with Italian food doesn't work.
Can you read admiration?
To Giorgio, a great chef with admiration and
love.
Affetto. Love.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
With the gastronomy of Italy, Anna had reached a vital audience. The book had become a Bible for a generation of chefs fired up to change the way Britain ate.
Suddenly, chefs came from their sweaty, hot sweary, dank kitchens, and came in front of the camera.
As the 90s dawned, the celebrity chef had arrived.
I love cooking fish. It's so light, full of flavour, and perfect for a romantic meal.
Now, to make the risotto, what you need is... How'd you going?
As TV fell in love with food, they began visiting our sitting rooms each week.
Beautiful, isn't it? So is the church. Orvieto white wine, splendid stuff.
And Italian was top of the menu. It wasn't long before MasterChef was serving up Mediterranean flavours to the nation.
Good luck, have a really good time, and let's get cooking.
Lloyd's guest of honour was none other than Anna del Conte.
In the forefront of those extolling the virtues of Italian cookery is Anna del Conte.
Welcome, Anna. Tell me, why has the last 5 years witnessed this unbelievable explosion of interest in Italian cooking?
Well, I think maybe that more people are going to Italy than they ever did before, but I think mainly is because having discovered it, they found that it is very good and very healthy.
Anna had certainly wowed the other guests that night.
Can we just mention your bedside reading at the moment? What's on you?
It's just the most wonderful coincidence. I've had your book, this Gastronomy of Italy, because in a way it's almost like a history of Italy.
Anna's MasterChef appearance was unusual. She's never been a TV chef. It's just not her style. But her writing had reached disciples willing to take her message mainstream. And it was the discovery of her 5th book, Entertaining all'Italiana, that inspired me and brought us together. I had 3 copies of it, in the kitchen, the bedroom, in a loo, and I became a bit obsessed with her. I read somewhere that she was doing a cooking demo, and I was totally charmed, and I went to speak to her afterwards to try and tell her, how wonderful I thought she was. And we made friends. I was happy to pass on what I'd learnt from Anna. I do know that there is so much more to Italian food than pasta, but you've got to admit, it is something that makes our daily lives so much better. I'm making linguine with mushrooms, garlic and thyme, and this is so easy. You don't even cook it. By the time the pasta's ready, the sauce is done.
You let it, what we say, cook rest.
And Giorgio was obviously keen to spread the word.
One of the secrets to make a good risotto is that we add butter to that at the end.
With proper Italian recipes being broadcast loud and proud to the nation, we were finally cooking them at home. We had rediscovered a desire for the fresh and the home-cooked.
In the 90s, the entire thing exploded.
Everyone talked about the Mediterranean diet, food that was colorful, that was simple, that was delicious, and that was good for us.
We could embrace it. It wasn't scary. It was easy to cook.
Smart Italian restaurants opened to critical acclaim, and leading the pack was London's River Cafe.
Okay. So when we opened the River Cafe, we thought, why can't we have the kind of food that we cooked and ate in Italy in a restaurant in London?
The River Cafe dared to serve peasant food. Bean soup with a trickle of olive oil on top. Really simple pared down ingredients of real quality.
The River Cafe's devotion to quality seasonal ingredients echoed Anna's own.
Anna communicated real authenticity about what Italian food was and what it meant. And her A to Z of, Italian food was something that I still refer to.
But it was one of their junior chefs who would take that message to the masses.
Good olive oil on the bruschetta. This bruschetta's been rubbed with garlic. Lovely jubbly.
Discovered on a TV series about the River Cafe, Jamie Oliver's easy approach to Italian food was an immediate hit.
People understood Italian food, but when Jamie came along, bang! This was it. We totally fell in lust. Chopped off all our clothes and dived in.
People loved that. People loved the idea that it was a bit of this, a bit of that, throw it in a pan.
I just want a couple of tablespoons of olive oil.
And in the end, this amazing reinvention of Italian food through the River Cafe and then widely interpreted by chefs everywhere I think is really in tune with what Anna has been writing about and telling us about for years.
I like pasta.
Through TV chefs, cooks, and her books, Anna's passion for proper Italian food was finally filtering through to the nation.
Risotto with dry ceps and filled mushroom on the top.
And it was about to become very big business indeed. By now, the advertising industry had spotted the money-making potential of Brand Italia. Shortcut sauces weren't just convenient, they seemed a passport to la dolce vita.
I feel that the people buys into a little bit of a dream when they cook that plates of pasta. They're not just having a meal that time. They're not just having something to stuff themselves, but they feel Italian. They feel like they're around the table with their family and so and so.
Everything in Italy is good. Everything in Italy is romantic, it's passionate, it's sunny, it's beautiful, it's cultured. Everything in Britain is a bit grey and boring. So, you know, go and look on the sunny side of life. Eat some pasta, eat some dolmio, become a great lover.
Mega chains of Italian restaurants opened up on our high streets. Italian ingredients filled our shops, and pasta began to appear on every pub menu. Today, Italian food brings in the big bucks, but for Anna, it's never been about the money. It's always been about the food.
What has been brilliant about her is the humility of it. You know, there hasn't been big fanfares and, oh, Anna del Conte and razzmatazz. You know, she quietly writes her books, her recipes are authentic.
And there's no better example of Anna's essential, joyful style than the festive tiramisu we're making to round off our sumptuous lunch.
We're going to do the tiramisu natalizio. You know what it is?
At Christmas, I would work out.
Well
It's a
done.
Christmas one. Now,
And
you know what? You converted me to tiramisu because I was so snobbish about it. I always used to call it the Black Forest Gatto of the 90s.
Now, this is made with marron glacé, which is very different,
Yeah.
because we are Christmassy after
Yes. We get cracking by whisking egg whites with a little lemon juice.
all. Not like meringue, but nearly like meringue.
OK, I'm going to live dangerously. Excuse me, I'm going up a notch.
Right. Lift it up. Perfect.
We beat egg yolks and sugar until the mixture becomes light and moussey.
No, can you do it, please?
I can do it.
I'm a bit small, you see. That's it. That's all right. These are the mascarpone. I put it in not so much at a time.
With the mascarpone mixed in, we add the egg whites. I mean, it's something of a modern classic, isn't it, tiramisu?
Fundamentally, it's a trifle.
And Italian trifle.
Italian trifle.
For the sponge layer, Anna dips madeleines in a mixture of milk and white rum. When you do an English trifle, you just do the same, but you pour it over, don't you? So
Yes,
it's-
the Italian like less liquid. It
Sweeter.
applies to everything that we don't like
Yes.
sloppy food.
Yes.
The English prefer sloppy. I'm sorry, I know it's a nasty word
Yeah.
to use, but I
know.
use sloppy for the sake of a better word.
No, that's why you call our trifle zuppa inglese, English soup.
A zuppa inglese, you're right.
And then we add Anna's star
No,
ingredient,
we got to crumble
candied
them.
chestnuts or marron glacé.
All right.
Beautiful. Even though they're used a lot in Italy, you call them the same by the French name.
Yes, and it was invented in Italy, in fact. First created in Piedmont, the marron
Yes.
glacé. Go on, crumble.
I'm on crumble duty. Very extravagant crumble.
You're not complaining. You enjoy it.
I do, I love these. After adding another layer of dipped madeleines, we slather on more of the eggy mascarpone and pop some marron glacé on the top.
Another
OK,
one.
I've got room for another
That's
one
enough.
here. Finally, to allow the flavours to meld together, we give the tiramisu some standing time in the fridge. And now we have to be patient.
Now, you want a marron glacé, don't you?
Yeah, I do, thank you very much. Beautiful. Should we just share this bit?
Oh, you start. Shall I try?
OK, no.
If you
It's
like
perfect.
it. Do you like it?
The way that the mascarpone and the rum and the madeleine fused together contrasts with that crumbliness of the marron glacé.
Oh, I
really
see
works.
what you mean, yes.
I like this a lot, having that
And it is
slightly waxy crumbliness in the middle.
I love marron glacé with anything.
I know. This is a triumph. Over 40 years, Anna del Conte helped transform our culinary landscape, masterminding Britain's love affair with Italian food.
I think that the cooking is one of the great expression of love. At least it was for me. I hope with my book that they would bring a little bit of Italy into their home, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of what actually real Italian food is like.
Her quiet authority has inspired some of our best Italian chefs.
For me, Anna's cooking really illustrates the essence of Italian food.
She taught us all an enormous amount, so I have a huge debt to her.
It's not too sweet for me.
It's perfect. It's not too sweet for me, and I haven't got.
And you got.
I haven't got as sweet a tooth as you, and it's not too sweet for me.
The best Vinsanto, tiny bit.
See, that's why. That's very interesting.
That's the christening.
See, and also, I'll tell you what's really interesting about you as a cook, which is you're so respectful of the traditions, but that's that Italian anarchic nature which always wants to make you do a little twist on it.
Well, that is
so your next tiramisu is going to be a Vinsanto tiramisu.
Ah.
You could dunk these in Vinsanto and then pile that up with mascarpone.
Ah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's your next one.
And we'll call it Nigella tiramisu.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Anna's recipes and Anna's writing will endure because they're timeless.
Everything pared back, simple as can be, just about allowing beautiful ingredients to speak to you on a plate.
Anna, I know you really hate it when people say nice things to you, but I have to say, next to my mother, there's no one who has influenced me more or who I love more.
Don't make me cry, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
To you.
For everything, Anna.
And I mean it.
I do too.
Good. It really is good. Good for Vinsanto. Oh.
Next tonight on BBC Two, comedian Dom Joly represents SOAS as the Christmas round of University Challenge continues. Then it's the professional MasterChef final at 8. 3 ambitious chefs almost at breaking point. Who will be our champion?